Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and I'm not alone. I'm joined by Mai. Hello, Mai. Thank you so much for coming along. Anyone who hasn't worked it out already yet, Mai is our new video producer on Nintendo Life. I think nearly 300 people applied, and, sort of in the end, Mai rose to the top. Hello.
Hello, beautiful people.
You'll get used to that. That's my sort of like intro catchphrase that she's been using before she joined. So, it's just you're just going to feel not only lovely but beautiful going forward. So how about that? But yes,
extra love going round.
Hello, Mai. There's There's so much to talk about. Tell us about yourself. We know your name, or at least we know a shortened version of your name at the very least. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm Mai, aka Myret. I am originally from a little island out in the Outer Hebrides in Scotland, but I obviously don't live there now. I am now living in in another part. I'm living in England now, which makes me feel like I'm a bit of a betrayer. I know, it's awful, terrible. But yeah, I've been a fan of the channel for. I had a look at it recently since like 2020 lockdown days, so which is a bit mad.
Well, yes, because full disclosure, Myra actually applied for the same job that Felix ended up getting, and got blinking far through. So it's lovely that you applied again, because we really enjoyed you. But 2020 feels like a lifetime ago, but at the same time, I've been a fan of the channel for even longer, just putting it out there.
Okay. What? Just before you joined? God, Stone Age?
At least the bronze, yeah, No, actually, because it wasn't really much of a channel before then, that makes me feel really old. But yeah, I started doing Nintendo Life stuff in 2014, but enough about me. Tell us about you. What games do you like? What's a good game? What's a good game in the eyes of Mai?
Oh, I mean, if we're looking at only Nintendo-ish stuff, I do love for the moment, I do love my RPGs, open world RPGs. I've been quite fond of like the old JRPGs as well. But I've recently stuck my teeth back into Animal Crossing because I think there's like an update coming up.
The classic JRPG.
At some point. Yeah, it's the ultimate JRPG. But no, but yeah, I'm a huge fan of like open world RPGs, and I suppose like my origin story when it comes to Nintendo is when I was a wee one, my parents got me a Game Boy Color and a copy of Pokemon Blue for Christmas one year. And since then, the addiction
it's basically
kind
the
of,
same story for anyone our generation, realistically, isn't it?
Oh god, yeah.
With the exception being, I already had the Game Boy and I got Red.
Oh, okay. Well, my sister got Red, so I stole all her Pokemon, so that's fine. I still have her copy.
I've still got my brother's copy of Blue as well.
Well, I don't know what happened. So I still have my copy of Blue. It still works and everything. Like, didn't have to bother about getting a new one. But I seem to remember my parents in the last few years, they sent me a whole bunch of like my old Game Boy games. I don't know where my Game Boy Color is gone. I think I might have given it to a younger friend of mine who I was like, get into gaming, there you go. Or it could have just gone missing, I don't know. But if I find a grape Game Boy Color anywhere, I'm gonna get it.
It was the best color, wasn't it?
Oh, it was the best. It was the best. Like, it's why I'm itching to get the Switch Lite version of it. I haven't got Switch Lite yet.
Oh, the indigo one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not as purple, is it? Yeah. It's more definitely sort of GameCube-esque purple.
It's definitely the prettiest, though, in my opinion, I think.
It is, yeah. I've got the yellow, and I'm still I'm still tempted. I'm like, I could get the different colour and stuff like that. I never use my Switch Lite. Certainly not anymore now that the Switch 2's here. And I had to use it recently because I was looking for my Animal Crossing save data in preparation for the new update and the Switch 2 version, and I couldn't find it anywhere. It was okay. It turned out I even did a community post about it that I ended up deleting because I was like, I can't find it. Where is it? You couldn't tell that from the resolution of the photo after YouTube had chewed it up. And yeah, I found it. It was already on my Switch too because I'd done a system transfer like a good boy.
See, what I did with them when I got my Switch 2, I kept my my OG Island on my OG Switch because I have like the launch Switch. So the upgrade to the Switch 2 was massive for me. And I ended up making a new island on my Switch 2. However, in the last week or two, I decided, I'm just going to get one of my other Switches, put my Switch 2... I basically just kind of did a weird Frankenstein and mixed everything over. And I have my OG island back on my Switch 2 now, which has been really nice to get back into. And also start a new island on my old Switch, because I'm like that. I'm a mad person.
I was tempted to start a new island in anticipation for all this, but then I thought, if I have to do, I have to handle the review or something like that, which maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I'm going to need to be able to have access to everything, and I don't want to time travel if I can avoid it. So I don't want to be doing you need to play for a week before you can get anywhere close to the new stuff. I thought, no, let's just keep to the old island. And I'm quite pleased because I got not super far, all things considered, compared to some of the mad people in the Animal Crossing community, but I got reasonably far. But I'm getting sidetracked. We need to talk about you. Switch 2. It's a big deal. Switch 2. Tell us about your experience with it. What's your favorite game on the Switch 2 thus far? That's the most exciting question I can think of.
I mean, I was one of those mugs that didn't get Mario Kart with my Switch. I decided to go for Cyberpunk instead.
Whoa! Let's not. I've been known to have a flutter with Cyberpunk. Put something like 40 hours within the first 2 days or something like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know how many.
I needed to power through.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, so I got Cyberpunk with my. Well. What?
I'd already done a load on another save on another platform, and then I transferred it over because cloud saves are the best. But I still need to play.
I never played it
on.
I never played it on any other platform. I played a little bit on PC when it first came out, but then everyone was complaining about so many of the issues. The worst thing I had was my gun was missing while I was trying to shoot, which happened in Fallout 4. That's fine. And after my first upgrade, so to speak, everything just looked all glowy, and I thought that was what it was meant to be like. But that was my partner's save, so I started from scratch again as a nomad in Cyberpunk. But recently, similar to what speaking about cloud saves and stuff, Persona 5, I played quite a fair bit on my PlayStation 4. However, finding out over Christmas that they had a bundle for the Persona games, including Royale, I thought, let's go for Persona Royale. Let's start again. And I've been glued to that at the moment. Really, really loving it. Because I've gotten further than I was before. I think, to be honest, I think on my PlayStation 4 version, I hadn't even got to the point of actually defeating Kamoshida. And now I have. I've gone past that now. So...
Is Kamoshida the first bloke?
He is.
He's
the creepy volleyball coach.
That's the one. Yeah. It's been so long since I played. Yeah, I couldn't be sure if that was. I've done that. I like to, I've done that. I think I've done that 3 times now or something. Never got that much further, all things considered. Maybe I have. I don't know. I think I played the Switch Royale version the most, but.
I just kept being told by my friends who were Persona avid friends, avid fans.
Avid Persona friends.
Avid friends. They were just if you're gonna replay it, just stop your current playthrough, just go and play Royal because it's got loads of extra stuff in it. And I was like, oh, okay, well, and it hasn't taken me long to catch up and gotten further. But
that aside, tell us more. Tell us more about yourself, your gaming history. So we know about your Game Boy. But, I mean, I already know the answer to this. It didn't stop there, did it? It didn't even start there, I don't believe.
Didn't start there, no. So, my dad is an avid, he's a tech man. He's an engineer. So, and he's always loved video games and stuff. In fact, I have him to thank for being into video games. And technically our first gaming system was an Amiga 500.
Ooh, it's a powerful machine.
Yeah. So like played games like Apprentice and Frogger and Rodland, which I replayed on the Switch, which is a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. It's like a little arcade game.
Well, it's not what I immediately thought when I heard Rodland, but we won't get into that.
Well, you play two little fairies and their mum's been stolen, like kidnapped, not stolen. Kidnapped by like a big evil...
Stolen.
Stolen. Stolen implies that she's an object. But we'll get into that another
We'll
time.
assume she's not for the purposes of this discussion.
She's a vessel. But yeah, so you play these two fairy sisters climbing this big tower to try and get your mum. And I just remember, I have memories of that, of my sister and I playing when I was a kid. I was always stuck with the mouse. And my sister was the lucky one getting the joystick. So,
I honestly thought he was a mouse character at first.
No, Alex. But yeah, following that, good old Mega Drive or Genesis.
Mega Drive,
across
please.
the pond. Mega Drive.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mega
Make
Drive.
them do the work and work out what we're talking about.
Fair enough. But yeah, Mega Drive. So played like a lot of Sonic when I was younger, especially Sonic and Knuckles. I absolutely, no matter what people say, I love Sonic and Knuckles. It's so good. Knuckles being able to climb up the wall like that. A king. And then like along with like playing like lots of Sonic, played a lot of the Disney games growing up. We rented a lot of Disney games when I was a kid, and then went on to the inevitable, not Nintendo. PlayStation. Got a PlayStation.
What? No wonder you're
yeah.
into JRPGs. They all jumped ship at that point.
Well, that's technically my first JRPG I played. I had no idea what was going on because it was we lived in Gibraltar at the time, so we got a lot of games, and one of them was Final Fantasy VII. We got our PlayStation secondhand. Final Fantasy VII was in Spanish, and I had no idea what was going on. Learning Spanish at school, great, fantastic. I was still just like running around as Cloud in like the first level, just like, I don't know what's going on. A little 7 or 6, I can't remember how old I was when we first played it, but like, yeah, just a young person, just very confused.
I know hello, I know please, but I don't know what Midgar means.
Pass. I remember the word for fork and how are you and
Midgar's where Final
prawns.
Fantasy VII takes place.
I know.
Okay.
Alex.
We're still ironing out the banter.
Bants.
I'm so used to, chatting with people from, mainland Europe and America, so I don't know how long the dry humor's going to go on for. It
might get too dry. We need to be careful.
Anyway, you were confused about the word for fork.
Tenador. Yeah, so I was just running about. No idea what was going on. But I don't know if it was something about like the graphics itself, and even just like looking back today, the graphics are not exactly that amazing, but
they have a style to them, don't they?
I think it's beautiful. I love it. I replayed a bit of it on the PlayStation Classic when I got it a few years back, and it just reminded me of how much I love JRPGs as the party system, and it's also why I love D&D and stuff like that. But that's for another day.
Is it?
Never for another day, Alex. Never for another day. I just love rolling them dice.
Oh yeah. Just very side tangent, but you get all these sort of apps to help you with tabletop RPGs and stuff like that, and it's always like, oh, we can roll the dice for you, and it's like, no, that's like the one physical thing I want to keep, like stats
digital
and stuff.
Dice.
Yeah.
Digital dice is evil. I'd like to have my big dice tray and roll loads of damage dice, thank you. If I'm doing a moonbeam, I want to roll all the dice, please. Just no, I don't trust digital dice. Heathen. I
don't. I mean, I'm sure it's fine. It's probably more random than than actual physical dice, but it's a joy, isn't it? You roll it, you got a tower or something, you roll it, and it shows the number. It's like an old-fashioned machine. I'm getting very off track. And the sunlight is now absolutely ruining the exposure on here, but we'll do our best. But yeah, so Final Fantasy VII. I mean, I suppose I could just ask, where do you go from there? You know, we're not going to go through your whole life. That would be, I don't want to say boring, but it would be long, I think it's fair to say. And that's not a comment on your age. I am... Myra is slightly older than me. I'm not the oldest anymore!
I'm the crusty old lady. Yay!
But I think it's important to note that this isn't your first rodeo in doing video. If it was, with the deepest respect, you wouldn't have got the job. So, you do have a channel still, Myra the Pirate. You know, sort of, which is, you know, that's where you sort of have been doing things for a while, as you say. I don't know whether you did say, actually, but you're doing cozy games and stuff like that, like Animal Crossing and things like that.
Yeah, a lot of cozies, a lot of indies, a little bit... The way I say it is, like, a lot of cozies, a lot of indies with a little bit of, like, mainstay faves kind of sprinkled in between. Because, like, I mean, Fallout isn't an indie game, is it? That good old Bethesda indie game.
Oh, yeah, you know, they're a small company, aren't they?
Very small, yeah. But yeah, I've been kind of working on that on and off for the last... quite a few years. In fact, pretty much became a little bit more serious about it after applying for the Nintendo Life job the first time. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to make a proper thing of this. And sometimes I wouldn't post videos because life got in the way. And, you know, life does get in the way. But now that I've got... pinch me, I still can't believe this. I got this job. I get to actually make videos on the proper now, which is nice. And I also used to stream before doing YouTube as well. I did a lot of streaming over on Twitch. And again, life got in the way, and then I decided to lean more into YouTube. But originally, I'm a trained actor. Yay.
Who could have told? Who could possibly tell from the way you present yourself?
I know.
And again, I've had some people say, "Oh, are you an actor?" Like in a coffee shop. That happened. I think it just happened to be a coffee shop where it was near a theatre and they get a lot of actors in, and I was like, no. I don't fully remember the thing, but you have to sort of like build that sort of thing up. So you've used a bit of a cheat code in a way. God, that sounds really old manny. It's like, well, sounds like you've used a bit of a cheat code there. As if I'm trying to be down with the kids. Jesus. But the upshot is that you've got the presenting down, you know. So look forward to some videos of Myra performing well.
I hope so. I'm so eloquent, Alex. I'm so eloquent. Can you tell?
Well, I imagine most people wouldn't even know that you were Scottish.
No, yeah. So I've got a weird accent. When I go home, I sound more Scottish. I've been down in England for quite a while. My dad's English, so I've got a bit of a blend. I mean, when I lived in Gibraltar, I came back with neither an English or a Scottish accent. I kind of came back with a bit of a Gibraltarian accent, which was a bit strange. Going back to a very small island.
Gibraltarian.
What Gibraltarian?
I've never considered what that term, what form that word would take.
Yeah, Gibraltarian.
Referring to Gibraltar. Gibraltarian. Very nice. I like that a lot.
It's a good place to be. It's fun. But yeah, I came back with that accent, and I'm not even going to try it. And yeah, it's just when you go back to a really small island where everyone has even a very distinct accent anyway on the Outer Hebrides, they're known as Uasuchs or Chukters, sound very much like this, coming back with a Gibraltarian accent, very weird. But yeah, so it's usually when I go home if I'm around other Scottish people, or I get angry. That's when it comes out a lot more.
I'm really looking forward to there being something in a discussion video that we have in a chat where it just like really gets on your nerves, and suddenly all the I'm not going to do a Scottish accent because I cannot do a Scottish accent.
Oh, I'm sure you can if you try.
Well, I could maybe do a little bit of a sort of a. I've forgotten the actor's name now, but
Shrek.
sort of
Michael Myers.
Rather than Shrek, I was attempting to do Billy Connolly, but it's not. Even then, I don't think it was even remotely. It's not even say good. It wasn't even passable.
It's
average,
fine.
acceptable.
Dye your beard pink, and then you'd be more like Billy Connolly.
Let's leave that to post. We'll do it in post. I won't because I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. But anyway, that is Mai. Hello, Mai. Welcome
Hi.
to Nintendo Life.
Ooh.
Excited?
Thanks for having me. Yes, terrified, mildly terrified, but excited. I hope you guys will enjoy having me here. Yay.
I'm sure you'll do an excellent job. Let us know what you think of Mai in the comments down below. Nice things only, or I'll come around your house and stamp on all your toys. But for now, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you say my at that subscribe button, and be sure to check out nintendolife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo-related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye. Excellent. How are you feeling?
Yeah, just sweating.